Ever get stuck on a project, need like one very specific tool. You rush to the hardware store hoping they have it, and bam. That's kind of what's happening with True Value, except on a way bigger scale,
Yeah.
right? 75 years this brand's been around, and now they're declaring bankruptcy, selling off to a rival. So today, we're going deep, figuring out how True Value got here, what it means for shoppers, and is this like a bad omen for other retailers?
Big questions for sure.
Let's jump right in. True Value filed for Chapter 11, basically selling themselves to Do It Best, another big hardware name. Now, here's the thing. Those 4,500 stores, the ones independently owned but under the True Value name, they're staying open, for now at least. Still, got to make you wonder what happens to those local owners.
Right. It's a lot to unpack. Thing is, Chapter 11 isn't always the end. It's more like a timeout. Companies hit pause, restructure finances, and try to come back stronger.
It's not a guaranteed death knell for True Value, just rearranging the shelves, so to speak.
Exactly.
Okay, so what led to this cash crunch, as they call it? Was True Value just unlucky, or is there something bigger at play?
It's like a perfect storm, honestly. One huge factor is how much less people are spending on home improvement. Remember the pandemic? Everyone and their dog was redoing their bathroom.
Oh yeah, totally. DIY projects were all the rage.
Exactly. But now, not so much. People are tightening their belts, and home improvement often takes a backseat when money's tight.
Makes sense, yeah. You're not going to splurge on a fancy new faucet when you're worried about bills, right?
Right. Plus, there's the pressure from those big box stores, the Home Depots, the Lowe's. They've got the buying power, the marketing, and often they're just more convenient.
True. It's hard to beat the convenience of having practically everything under one roof. And they're everywhere.
And when we connect this back to the overall economy, inflation is a huge factor. Prices are up on everything, making people even more hesitant to spend, especially on big-ticket home improvement items.
So even if people wanted to do those projects, it's just way more expensive now.
Exactly. What's interesting is even those big players like Home Depot are feeling the heat. They're seeing a dip in sales, too.
Wow, even Home Depot. So this isn't just a True Value problem then. We've seen other big names struggling, haven't we?
Exactly. Big Lots, LL Flooring, both dealing with bankruptcy. It definitely makes you wonder if this is the new normal for retail.
It does.
True.
So what's at the heart of all this? Is it just the economy, or are there other things going on?
Honestly, it's a whole bunch of things. Consumer habits are changing. Online shopping, for instance, has exploded, and that pulls people away from physical stores, especially specialized ones like hardware stores.
Yeah, gotta admit, sometimes it's just easier to click and order from your couch. But what does this mean for our local businesses? For us, the shoppers?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What happens to our town centers, the jobs these stores provide, even the character of our communities, if everyone just shops online?
It's true. You lose that personal touch, the chance to get advice, maybe even borrow a tool you just need once.
Exactly. These are things we need to think about as we navigate this changing retail world.
Absolutely. So, to wrap up, it seems like True Value's future is up in the air, but their story is a good example of what's happening in retail as a whole.
Right. It really makes you wonder, as things change, what will our communities look like? Will local businesses adapt, or will we see fewer of them? And how will our shopping habits evolve? One thing's for sure, the retail world is in for a wild ride.
That it is. And that's it for today's deep dive. See you next time.